These workers that were once almost like it's a treat to order in food have really turned into essential frontline workers.
We're simply asking to be treated like a normal delivery driver.
App-based delivery drivers should have access to free short-term parking. That from the United Food and Commercial Workers Union. The local chapter, New Westminster, has written a letter to a number of BC mayors asking municipalities like Victoria, Vancouver, New Westminster and Burnaby to look at the issue. They say as the pandemic has created explosive demand for food delivery, a problem has cropped up. Workers are either walking a very long distance for free parking or ending up with expensive tickets over very short stops.
The workers themselves can tell you almost nightly experiences of that. And one of the big examples is where you run in for a minute thinking you're just running in to pick up the food. And for whatever reason, there's a delay and your minute turns into 10 minutes. And that's where you often see the parking ticket. The price of a parking ticket can really negate a whole evening of work for some of these workers.
And the amount of time that it takes me to run to the meter, take my phone out, go to pay by phone, do all the information. It actually takes me less time to run in to grab an order.
Andrew Seacard is a local actor. You'll see him in a number of indie movies, commercials, and the Hallmark Channel. You also might catch him making a delivery for DoorDash, a gig he says fits with his unpredictable schedule, but agrees not having any official place for pickups has been frustrating. It looks like you have a couple of tickets here.
I do, yes. Yeah, I have 2 tickets. I got them, one in December and then one just recently in March the 7th.
Off the top of your head, do you remember some of the circumstances around these tickets?
I do, actually, yeah. So in both instances, I came out while my car was being looked at. The ticket had not been issued yet. And then I came out, explained the situation. They didn't care. I was handed the parking ticket regardless. So, yeah. Maybe just some gray area to work with us, especially in times like this.
Now, the union behind the push says most workers they've spoken with agree a parking pass or decal would be ideal, or a loading zone. The City of Vancouver says the letter from UFCW will be reviewed and that at first glance there may be opportunities to integrate parking payment into the app or share information about whether a vehicle is actively working to determine if it's eligible for parking privileges. But the city warns it's hard to distinguish app delivery drivers from other private vehicles and that the services being offered evolve rapidly.
Our hope and certainly our ask of municipalities is that it can happen immediately because the problem is right now.
In Vancouver, David Zura, City News.